Yeah, we live on there. So, people, what's up? I'm Vinz. This is Nico. Nico not here yet, but he'll be right down. I think he's in the toilet or something. But he'll be right here. I just figured, I just might just entertain or whatever. But yo, listen, by the way, it's Nico's birthday too today. So we're gonna sing a little song for her. All right. He'll be down quite soon, so we'll just let you know. Okay, so anyways, hope you guys have had a great day. And I figured I'd just start with some questions. So Stefania D asked us, do you know or did you know anyone affected by this disease? Talking about AIDS, HIV/AIDS. Actually, I don't think Nico does either. But I think just what we wanted to talk about as far as it being the World AIDS Day is sort of the stigma and the ignorance around the disease. That in the song My Melody we got on the album, we talk about that too. Just how that disease affects everyone around and the whole society, and how I think bringing awareness to the disease and how that spreads and making sure people get tested and all those things contributes to that had the disease sort of gets a better, so they can live better, and also prevent from people getting that disease, prevent more people to get that disease. So I think that's what we wanted to talk about, although we don't know people directly that has been infected. Okay. Hershey Native One asks us, in a world full of negativity, where do you get the inspiration to write such powerful music? Well, thank you, first of all. And I think for us, I think it's just about talking about life, just being us, and really just writing whatever comes close to us, and we all go through our daily battles. We do too. So we just figure we put them in writing, and I mean, even inspiring us at the same time, I think the most important thing for us is just to be us and deliver the music that we like and be who we are in the music, and also to sort of transfer into being something motivational and positive is something we appreciate, and it's a good thing. So M Jackson Fan 5 asks us, what made you guys become singers and move to the US? What made you guys become singers? For me, it just started just as a hobby. I think I was like 15, 16, and just started, playing around with music. Oh, my man, you here? Nico is here. I'm about to turn up a little bit. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I just started though.
Yeah, I heard.
So I'm just talking.
So they can see us, right?
Yeah, they can see us.
And where are you speaking to?
We got 24 viewers right now.
What's up, all 24 viewers?
What up?
What's going on?
I just started with it. So M Jackson Fan 5 asked us. Oh snap! I was supposed to post this thing.
What made you guys become singers and move to the US? I guess for me, I've always been interested in music ever since I was. My dad's an African musician, so I've been interested in it since I was a baby. I used to play soccer. I used to want to become a soccer player, and then at the age of I think 19, I started moving more towards music, soccer just faded for me. And then I met Vinz at the age of 2019. And then we figured out we had the same goals and dreams and wanted to try it out and see where it could take us. And now we're here.
Yeah. So same thing for me. I just started as a hobby, and then it grew into a passion. And, you know, I met Nico, got to know him, and then we just started, you know, building from there. And so, and moving to the US, it was just, you know, we just saw the music taking speed and, you know, moving across borders. So we figured, all right, let's do the whole stuff. Let's move to the US and really pursue the dream. You know, US being like the centrum or mecca for like entertainment. So
yeah, that's
how we made that choice. All in. Let's go. So, at Liggy Miss 13 asks us, what would you guys encourage us to focus on the most in order to raise more awareness of World AIDS Day? I would say, like I talked about earlier, I think it's just talking about it, you know, reading about it, understanding what the disease is about, and, you know, I guess just being aware, basically just making the steps you got to do to get aware yourself, and, you know, talking about it and making sure you get tested and make sure you tell people, you know, to get tested. Yeah. Those things.
And, you know, a lot of these topics also, you know, it's like very often for topics like that, I mean, the media chooses when it's important to talk about it. But don't forget that this is an issue that's ongoing. Even though we're not talking about it as much in the media over certain periods of time, it's still out there, you know. So don't forget to never forget about it. And like Vince said, always, you know, be aware of the fact that it's there, and be precautious.
Exactly. John, I'm ready. Asks us, if there's one message that you would like fans to take away from your music, what would it be?
I think in one line, maybe be yourself.
Yeah.
You know, be yourselves. I mean, don't doubt the power that you possess. I think a lot of people are afraid of trying things because they're scared of either failing or they're being told that it's not. It's hard and it's not realistic, and, you know, you got to do what everybody else does. But be yourself. You know, that's what we say in our music, that the way to be unique and special is to be yourselves, because there's nobody out there like you. So strive for what's you.
So let me tell you something. It's a story, actually. So when I was younger, I used to watch MTV, right? And MTV in Norway, they used to air Cribs and like making the video and stuff. And I would watch these artists. I would like watch Lil Bow Wow. But Lil Bow Wow was like my huge idol. And I would watch like Soulja Boy too. And a lot of these artists and people on these shows would say, so yeah, man, you just gotta be yourself and do you and all that stuff. And I was like, I remember sitting in my living room and like, yeah, whatever. Like, how am I supposed to be myself and get to this point or whatever, like where you are right now or whatever. But it really is true though, and then, you know, you look at different interviews and you look at people that are really successful and people that's your idols, that are your idols or whatever, or my idols, and everyone would say, I mean, I'm just being me. I'm just doing myself, and I'm doing I'm being who I am. And you'll see that work. Like, you'll see, because it's something about being yourself and enhancing the things that makes you sort of like different and then putting into the world, because people like seeing people that do their own thing. So there's really something about it, even though it might sound, you know, cliche. All right, so Official Nikki P1 asks us, what was your favorite song to record and which one was the most meaningful? I would say the most fun to record. It was a lot of fun songs to record though.
Maybe the People.
Yeah, People was good.
People, we recorded People in Botswana, and we're in this house, right, in Botswana, in this village called Maun, in this house, and it was like nothing in there, but we just needed some place we could record. So what we done is we took all the mattresses from the beds that was in that house, and let me tell you, it was like spider webs and roaches and like bugs everywhere. But we took the mattresses in that house and put it up to create like a booth to isolate, sound isolate it, and we managed to create something. We had borrowed from a guy from this village some speakers, but it was only one of the speakers that was working. So it was really a hassle, but we made it work in the end. And we finally got to sit down and record. We started recording, music was playing, and we had this nice beat. If you've heard the album, it's the beat to People, the song called People. And it was playing there, and we were just singing, trying to, you know, come up with some melodies and try to make a song out of it. And all of a sudden we hear from the back outside the house, of course, and we're like, what was that? And first we thought it was a cow or some kind of animal, you know. That was our first reaction. We went out, we don't see no cow, we don't see no animals around, and we hear again, and then we look out into the delta, which is like the river, and the rivers in the savannas, and we see this huge hippo with his mouth up, you know, enormous, and, you know, blowing the water out in the air. We were sitting there, and the beat was playing in the background. You can imagine, if you listen to the song, you can imagine this song playing in the background, and us looking out into the sunset and this hippo in the delta. It was really like an epic moment. Yeah. I think that's when we remember a lot when it comes to songs we recorded. Yeah,
and also I think the whole album was just full of a lot of those experiences. But even you say the most meaningful, I think People is one of those, as well as My Melody. When we talk about AIDS, you know, and the stigma and the ignorance around it. Of course, I'm Wrong too. It's a meaningful song to us. So yeah.
I mean, they all have their different meanings, you know, and they all mean a lot to us, anyways.
So, Supportive Beebs asks us, any artist you would want to collaborate with? I say, yeah, there's a bunch of them, actually. In a lot of different ways too. Like, I think, man, I don't like different artists. Even cool to do something else, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe Chris Brown would be cool.
Yeah.
Do something with Chris Brown. I like Chris Brown.
You know, you could just throw out all the artists we like, and you know.
That's right. A lot of those artists.
But it doesn't have to be like a big name. It could be, you know, somebody who just like contributes in a positive way to the project.
I was thinking about one. Emily Nicolas. She's a Norwegian artist. She's dope. Like, you gotta check it out. I was about to post something on Instagram about her. She's really dope. She got great music. So it's a lot of artists, you know, and also producers too. Like, it'd be cool to do something with, you know, Kanye or Rick Rubin, or like these people that are like incredibly talented and just sort of play around with, you know, different backgrounds and ways of working and influences. All right. Craziness? Is that right? Craziness. All right. Asks, what is it like in Norway? Did you guys ever think you would win the Soul Train Awards yesterday?
Well, Norway, first of all, is beautiful. Right now it's very cold. In Norway, you have a lot of, you know, beautiful, fjords, like lakes and stuff. Nature. You have mountains, a lot of green forests, lots of different types of people, lots of different cultures. Everything in our neighborhoods when we grew up, it was everything from Africans to Asians to, you know, like any type of culture you can imagine was there. We grew up also as like big spaces. Right now we're in New York, and New York is very urban, but Norway is more open. Like where we grew up, there were like, you have the soccer field there, you have the school over there. It's a big plain where kids can play and stuff, and it's easier to be, you know, free somehow. And when you go out, especially for kids. So it's a beautiful country. You'd have to come and see for yourself. And if we ever thought we would win the Soul Train Award, I mean, we've always believed that we could make our music, you know, appeal to people all over the world. If we thought about a Soul Train Award, I don't know. I mean, we feel very, very lucky to have won it. But we do believe that it's possible to do all of those things. And we want to encourage people also to believe in that stuff, no matter where you're from and no matter where you start off. It's possible to achieve stuff like that. So to us, it's like I said, it's a blessing to receive it. But I think it is because we dared to dream that it was possible that all of these things are happening, actually. So believe in yourselves, man.
Yeah, I'm just I posted the thing on Instagram, but I forgot to post where the chat was going. So I'm just trying to figure out that stuff. You could just
You're not giving a shit.
no, I'm not giving it. I'm not.
All right, let me read another one. So who have we done? Super Candy. Have you answered her? Super Candy?
No.
Or him? I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. Super Candy 123 asked, "Did you guys meet in school, and how did you meet?" We didn't meet in school. We were in school when we met, but we didn't meet in school. We met through music, actually. So the thing that happened was that I had been in a group with a person I'd been going to school with called Emmanuel, and we were in a group called Black Diamonds. And when I went to Ivory Coast, that's because I stayed in Ivory Coast for a year in 2007. He made a song with Vince must have been in 2009, 2008 maybe, and yeah, he made a song with Vince. And when I came back, he suggested that me and Vince should get together and we should try to do something. He felt like we could have a good chemistry and things could work if we collaborated. So in the beginning, it was just a collaboration. Me, Nico, Sareba, and Vincent Derry was what we called each other. It wasn't even a group. It was just two artists coming together to create something. But after a while, it grew into we grew into a group. It was natural for us to become a group. And at that point, we called ourselves Envy. That was before we were Nico and Vince. And, we had the same goals, same vision, same dreams. So we realized, let's go 100% and see where it could take us. And now we're here.
All right.
And the guy who hooked us up, my friend from back then, he's actually our manager right now. So we're basically just, three friends trying to make it out here in the world.
Okay. What are your biggest fears? Biggest fears? Snakes. Snakes is a very important one. Spiders. So our tour manager in the corner here, he's looking at me like crazy, like, you scared of snakes and spiders? Yeah, I'm scared of snakes and spiders. I'm not feeling those at all. But apart from that, I think,
yeah, I was a spiders, man.
Yeah,
I can't really think of nothing else I'm scared of.
Like me in general, I don't like insects. Insects in general, I don't like that stuff. It just creeps me out. Yeah. So, Jessica
Visions 39.
The other question was actually Mutsa 7. So that's the question. But this one is Jessica Visions 39. What are some of your favorite hobbies or activities to do while on the road?
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm watching series right now. I'm watching a series called Homeland. I used to watch Game of Thrones. I've been watching something called The Wire.
The Wire is my favorite one.
Yeah. And Breaking Bad. I'm actually watching Breaking Bad now too.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah. You've been watching that.
Both of them.
It took some time before it really started, but now I'm getting into it.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Cool. And also, I love to play soccer.
Oh, sorry.
Love to play soccer. What you doing, man?
No, I'm just looking at
looking at us. Yeah. I love to play soccer, sports, workout. Besides that, watch soccer as well. Huge soccer fan. I'm a fan of Chelsea. Other than that, I don't know. Maybe shopping from time to time. Yeah.
I'll say the same things. And playing FIFA.
Yeah, FIFA.
Very important.
A lot of soccer here.
So our tour manager, John, he's like the worst FIFA player I ever played with. He sucks. So it's fun, so fun to play with him every time. Ain't that right, John? Yeah, he's embarrassed.
You acting like he's not. He's right there. Yeah. But I'm the best though. Like I've never lost. He's beaten me like twice, but he can only beat me with one team, and it's Bayern Munich. And like he says, our tour manager really sucks, so I keep beating him. We had the soccer tournament in our bus when we did the Bruno Mars tour, and I came out the winner. And I don't know what happened with you back then. You were really, really bad back then. Now you're getting better. I don't know. Because now you've been playing really well, but back then you was really, really bad. Like,
hey, yo, tell them about the time we were in Stockholm and I beat you like 6 times.
Yeah, and tell them about the time we were in Nora. I beat you like 14 times in a row.
Hey, tell them about the other day when we just played. And anyways, FIFA is one of the things. All right.
It's true though, you know. I beat him 14 times. 14, man. You want to admit it? 14.
Nah.
That was like 4 years ago. It was at least 10 times in a row.
Nah. You play. You talking that stuff, crap. All right. Oh, so Renee Raymond are asking, are you guys excited to be opening for Usher next year? I'll be at the London one and can't wait.
Wow.
Yes, we are excited. And yes, very excited to be in London too. The O2 Arena. That's one of the arenas I had on my, the bucket list.
Yeah.
So it'd be really cool to come over there and do that show. Like just being with, like, let's say Bruno, like his professionalism, and just watching, like going on stage before him, having like between 10 and 20,000 people, dancing and vibing to music they haven't even heard, that wasn't even really out yet. And then leaving and having, you got standing ovations and people were dancing and having fun. And then get off stage and see Bruno, like the way, at the level he's doing it. Like it's not only him though, his whole band and everybody behind the scenes and in front of the scenes, they were just like on 100%, just professional. So I'm really looking forward to doing the same thing, with Usher. I'm gonna meet Usher and be like moonwalking, that thing he does, the dance when he glides around.
What's it called?
I don't know.
The moonwalk when he turns.
The circle moonwalk or whatever. Yeah. The one he did with he did that in the You Remind Me video too. Yeah, that's a funny one. So
did we do the Muse? You said the Muse. We passed the Musa or something. Remember that? Musa 7.
Oh, that's the Big Fix. Yeah,
we did it.
So.
Oh, Serbian Bella. Serbian.
She says, I truly respect you two and your hard work and dedication. I am a writer myself. What inspires you?
What inspires us? I think everything from, if you listen to this album, Black Star Elephant, you'll see that's a little bit of everything. Things we go through, things we either read about or see in life, But I think, yeah, we get inspired by pretty much everything. Like I like to just go out sometimes and look, observe things. I like to, especially here in New York City where there are so many people, such a melting pot. I could just walk out sometimes and watch people, whenever we're going somewhere, look out the window of the car and look at people. And I'll get ideas from anything to songs and to movies to, I don't know, concepts for music videos, just anything inspires me everywhere. There's so much to see all over. So that's something you could try if you want to be inspired. Not that you asked for that, but that's something that inspires me. Just watching, just looking at people. Got some? Or next?
Next one is, do you guys miss, Duke Swaggy asks us, do you guys miss Norway/Oslo? Yes, very much. It's home. So we always like, there's nothing like coming home. And, everybody is back home and all our people and everything. So, yeah, that's really what, miss that a lot. Just being home, even though, you might be home for too long and be like, man, this is boring. I want to get out again. But, every time we out, like every day. Yeah. But we having fun doing what we do too. Yeah. So
it's not that one of those bad missing, those that hurts.
Yeah.
But of course we miss our homes and our friends and families like every day, But like you said, we having fun here as well. But we're going home for Christmas. I think we're going on the 15th or something to spend some time with our families again. So that'll be nice. Patterson Adam, what inspired Imagine? We were actually
in New York.
We were in New York.
Yeah.
We were listening to a song by
Al Khalik,
Al Khalik, yeah.
And also what's that? Circle song.
Yeah, we were listening to songs by he's called Yusuf Islam. Who was previously oh man, what's his name?
Cat Stevens.
Cat Stevens. But it's now called Yusuf Islam. A song called what was it called?
I got it right here.
Try to figure it out. And also other guy, his album's called Circle. Oh man, I got that too. Let me find that out.
The dope song. It's like Bobby something.
Songs, yeah, Bobby McFerrin.
Bobby McFerrin,
and his album Circle Songs. And in that album, he's like, because the beat of the Imagine beat, like a choir. Yeah. If you listen to Bobby McFerrin's Circle Songs album, you'll hear that that whole album is basically all of the beats are just choir or vocals.
Yeah. So the idea was just to use the vocals to make like sort of beat and sort of do something like that. So we had Stargate and Will producing that song. We were in the studio with them, just playing around with it. And how did Imagine come up though? And
I don't know. Sometimes we just start singing and we'll say something that sounds like Imagine, and I think you just started singing that.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
Because I was listening to the tape from that the other day.
Oh yeah. I think we just started with that, and I think we wrote the hook first, and so see Jews asks, do you guys have any other dreams besides being singers? Yeah. Music will always be like, a love that we have dearly, and it's something that we love to do. And so we also ideas and visions, and the thing about Nico and I, we both feel like we have a lot of potential in a lot of different areas. Like we have a lot of ideas. It's just a matter of time before we feel like we can get to that point. So for the things I'm not going to say yet because I don't want to jinx anything, but we're going to get there for sure.
I dream of producing or making a movie or movies. I also dream of I dream of making movies, and I dream of opening some kind of a charitable organization. Yeah.
And so M Jackson fan 50 asks, what musical icon do you look up to the most?
For me, whom I look up to, if I had to say one artist, because I have so many that if I had to say one artist, I would say Michael Jackson. An artist that I look up to in every aspect, like everything from his dancing to his delivery to his voice to his songs to just his overall message and what he stands for and how he and how he touched people, like everything. And Michael Jackson to me is just perfect. So if I had to say one, I'd say Michael Jackson.
So Ligamist 13 asks, do you have any future collabs with Ghanaian/Ivorian artists? Like, for example, Mayway, how you say that name? Serge Beno.
Yeah.
And then Kwal Kissit.
Yeah. It's funny that you asked that. I've been thinking about just that. I've been listening a lot to Mayway lately, actually. And I've been, and also Serge Beno. Donc, I'm starting to speak French. So it will be amazing to do something with them. Yeah, we don't have no plans for it, but we definitely would like to do something. That would be great. Well, who's Kwal Kissit? Is that a Guinean?
Probably.
You heard him?
I haven't heard of him actually.
It sounds Guinean.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of him. But what's the dude who's rapping?
Sarkodie,
man. That's the man.
100 on the block. Yeah.
Flow.
Yeah, flow. Ligaments 13 asks, Envy, do you guys have future plans to delve into other creative areas? Yeah, for example, acting, design, photography, art, writing. Yeah, we just talked about that though.
Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Movies definitely interest us. You can see that in our music videos that we're very inspired by.
Yeah.
You know, movies. That whole concept of creating a movie. Yeah.
And
Oyala
asks, what's the most exciting part about performing live? Is there a song in particular you enjoy performing most? The most exciting part to me is, you know, when you you know, on stage and I see people that are connecting with the music.
Yeah.
That's sort of like, it don't have to be much. It could be this.
Yeah.
It could be like really singing the songs crazy.
Yeah.
Or it could just be like a little like, just that. If I pick up on that, that's it. I love that, you know, because I'll try to, you know, let you know that I see you and I appreciate the fact that you're sort of listening and just, because it don't have to be like a crowd that's going crazy and, you know, singing all the songs and hands in the air and all that stuff. It could be sometimes you just listen to music or concerts and just be like, this is dope. Like, not much, but just looking, you just observing but still liking it. And as an artist, sometimes it can be different. Like it can be difficult to sort of understand that people are just listening and looking and observing what you're doing and not going crazy.
Yeah.
You might just mistake it for, no, man, they're not being live or whatever. But, you know, people listen to concerts in different ways. So
yeah,
just seeing somebody that really is vibing with it is really cool.
You know, touching people, man.
Yeah.
We were playing in Austria. I think we were playing for 80,000 people in Austria. And I remember walking down from stage, running up to this girl and just, you know, small things, just ran up to her because she had showed so much love and energy throughout the whole show that I felt like, you know what, let me just walk down to her and give her a hug. You know, and she just went crazy. You could see her that it really mattered. And she knew that I came down to her because she showed me love. Like Vince said, we try to acknowledge the people who, you know, give us something from the audience. And it just felt like, you know, that's why we're doing it. And that's what makes us feel good. The fact that we can touch people. I went on into the crowd, into this woman who also had showed love, older woman, and went up to her, gave her a hug, and she was also so happy, and then moved on. And on the right side, there was like you know, a section where they had like what you call it, physically disabled people, and one of them was sitting in a wheelchair, and she was and I went up to her too, did the same thing, gave her a hug because she was really out there, you know, having a good time. And you could just see in the people's eyes how much they cared about it. And when I went back on stage, I just had this feeling in me that gave me the goosebumps, where I was like, this is really why I want to do this. You know, not because of all the money or all the fame, not even the fame, and not even just being able to touch people somehow. I think that's what we're trying to do with our music and our songs too. You know, have a positive impact on people's lives with the music, through the music. So yeah, it's really that's really what inspires us.
Yeah, and like as far as, you know, being the most fun song to perform is, I would say definitely Am I Wrong, because you know, that's a song. But Running, to me, when that song comes on, I'm just chilling, I'm just having fun. Like that song, I just relax and dance and have fun. So
it's a nice song to move to, dance to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think we got to wrap up, but
how many we have left?
We got some more.
Okay.
I got a text saying that we should wrap up soon. But we got to ask. Okay, so at Juma2208 asks us a very important question here, and this is really important to address, because there's been some confusion back and forth here between, you know, us and, you know,
there's no confusion at all about this.
And go ahead. I think we should really talk about this now. He asks, who is the better dancer? And I think for sure that when we talk about dancing in this way, now I'm 192, 3, 4.
No excuses.
I have really long
legs.
Excuses,
man. It's me or you. It's easy to answer. It's really easy to answer. What's up with all these excuses? Who is the better dancer?
But when I get to it, it might look funky, but I'll be tearing that stage up.
But you know what, my friend? if you come and see us play, you'll see at our show that we have a segment where we're actually battling through dance, me and Vince. So you can come and see for yourselves. But I was really happy for Vince the other day because he actually won. He actually won once, you know? It made me feel good to be able to share that feeling with Vince. That
actually won. I've been winning a lot on the road. Just ask the people.
Yeah, man, he won like 2 times. How many shows we've done in America? Maybe,
oh, man,
maybe
you
50.
Said 2 shows. You crazy.
How many shows we've done, John? Probably 50, right?
Nah.
And he won like 3 times. So.
All right, so we got this question. I think this will have to be the last one, but see the Pope asks, my melody makes a reference to AIDS, right? Yeah. What made you all tie that in? Would you consider making an AIDS charity album? So yes, AIDS. My melody makes a reference to AIDS. Mm-hmm. That's a song we wrote in Botswana with a folk artist called M.T. Berman.
Yeah.
We were met down there because we were in Botswana for shooting the Amaron video. Yeah. And then like the second week we were there, we stayed to make music. And that's where like People and Miracles and my melody and Homeless too actually got started on, at least, and created. Mm. But yeah, he started playing his guitar, and he started singing his language called Setswana, which is what they speak in Botswana, southern parts of Africa. And we sat there like, wow, this is dope. And we started on doing this, and he recorded the hook and the verse, and we were like, yo, what does it mean? And he told us that he was talking about AIDS. He was talking about how AIDS not only affects the person that has it, but like the whole society, like everybody around. Yeah. And I think just I don't know, this whole situation just really affected us. So we started writing about it too, and that's how that whole thing came about. Mamelodi Akuma, Mamelodi. I think that's, I can't remember exactly what he said, but I think he said something about that's my song and my rhythm. Yeah. I'm not mistaken it. But it's really like a song we talk about the, like I said early in the interview, early in the session, like talk about the stigma, talk about the ignorance, yeah. and how that terrible disease spreads out. Yeah. So
take some time to listen to the lyrics of that song. I mean, obviously it will be hard to understand what he's singing in the first verse in Setswana, but me and Vince's verse, you can hear stories where we're trying to, sing from the perspective of someone who has AIDS. We've never had it ourselves, but we try to sing as someone who's had it and try to convey those feelings and those emotions that comes with it. So in my verse, I'm saying, from the depth of the well in the trunk of the tree, that's where I waited so that you could come for me and comfort me. I needed to talk.
What's the verse? This is all what you like to walk about it.
I don't even remember my own verse right now. It's hard when I'm saying it, but trying to explain or talk about the fact that, like Vince said earlier, if you have HIV/AIDS, you're not only affected by it, but the people around you. And unfortunately, in too many countries, in too many places, people will, exclude you from society, exclude you from their families, exclude you from their circle of friends, exclude you from, the environment because you have that disease, because of the lack of information or maybe the fear of the disease. So it's really, we want to speak about that and make it clear that, even though you have it, we can all live together. It's really important. Really important.
And also, stay safe, stay tested. Yeah. And you can go to freehivtest.net to get tested for free, right. And you get a lot of more description. Yeah. You can find more info on that page. So, but gotta say thank you guys so much for taking the time to hang with us. Yep. I like this. It was fun. We gotta do this again. Yeah, we gotta do this again. For sure. Do it again. And also a good thing, our album is now out in the UK. So UK, it's out now. Yeah, it's happening. It's out now. In it. Yeah.
You think there anybody from UK here?
I can't even explain it. I'm so excited. Yeah. UK. Yeah, but thank you guys so much, and have a great Monday, great week, and see you guys soon. Peace.
Peace and love.